India is implementing stricter, more targeted lockdowns as the number of new COVID-19 infections continues to soar. The country has entered day 16 of a 3-week lockdown and has reported over 5,000 cases and 149 deaths. Neha Punia joins us from New Delhi for more on this. Neha, authorities have identified new containment zones. How does this change anything, given that the nation has already technically been on a lockdown?
This is the last leg, Steve and Glenda, of a 3-week-long lockdown, though the government has indicated that it will not lift that lockdown next week in its entirety. But what we are seeing now with these containment zones is essentially the complete sealing of areas that have at least one COVID-19 case. This measure has been taken not by the central government but by regional governments in places like Delhi and into suburbs that surround the national capital as well. These regions have reported more cases than in any other parts of the national capital, and the government says the idea is to prevent the community transmission of COVID-19. The lockdown that we're seeing so far for the rest of the country is quite uniform and consistent in terms of the restrictions that are imposed on Indian citizens, but in these sealed zones, people can't even get outside their homes to go down for a walk in their residential complexes. They can't go out to get groceries. The regional governments and authorities, they're saying they will ensure there's home delivery of essential services like groceries. They are, however, allowed to go out for medical emergencies or a visit to the hospital, but the movement of people in these regions is now completely limited unless they can justify, they have a reason to step outside their homes.
Neha, we're hearing some reports of racism against residents in northeastern India. What do we know about this?
We've seen 2 instances come to light, Glenda, in the last 24 hours. One in the city of Mumbai, which is India's financial capital, where a woman who hails from the northeastern part of the country was spat on by a biker. The police are saying that has nothing to do with the casual racism we're seeing in different parts of the country linked to the COVID-19 outbreak. Another incident also coming to light from Hyderabad, a city that has over 100 cases, the second highest number of COVID-19 cases in any metropolitan city, where 2 women were prevented from going into a local market. Again, the police saying has nothing to do with COVID-19, but they're investigating the case to find out more. But these are just a few instances that have come to light in the last month and a half. Ever since the first COVID-19 case was reported in India, you have many people from northeastern India coming out on social media to say that they've been victims of casual racism, that they've been called Chinese nationals. A lot of anger, they're saying, directed towards them for the fact that the coronavirus outbreak started in China, and they've appealed to people to not attack them for how they look, and instead remember they're also Indian nationals. But it's an unfortunate aspect of this entire COVID-19 crisis here in India.
Thanks for that update. Neha Punia speaking to us from New Delhi.